Hey guys, this is Illusion Podfic, and today we're going to read in Glowsticks and Bolt Holes by Appears. This is chapter 24. Jason was healing. The thought hit him like a brick wall. Hard, sudden, out of nowhere, and painful. He was healing, and he didn't even realize it. He was healing, and it didn't hurt. No. This healing was gradual, easy, and hardly even noticeable. Which is what made it hurt so badly. Every time he tried to get better before it was agonizing during every step. It hurt too badly, as if it was a struggle out of a deep abyss, like clawing his way to the dark ocean surface while he was drowning, begging, alone and scared, choking and wanting nothing more than to let go, and it didn't feel like that. He doesn't get why it doesn't feel like that anymore. No, that's a lie. He does get why. He understands it's because he has a life raft now. 2 life rafts. Glowing green with large smiles on their face and sarcastic taunts. He has Hal and Guy, who are holding him above the abyss while taking the suffocating water into the lungs for him. They take the burning and the pain to give him the chance to breathe, to live, to heal. He didn't even realize healing could be so easy if he was surrounded by people who love him. He never realized how alone he was trying to heal, before now. He felt something bump into his shoulder and he looked up, smelling softly when he sees Hal. "You're looking constipated, kid. What's up?" I got a shit that really needs to pass and it just won't come." Ha ha. He looked up at Guy walking into the room and taking his seat beside him, eyes rolling far in his head. "We all heard you in the can, kid. Ain't nothing is being held back." "What can I say? I had to lose a few pounds." Jason snorted and his laugh, grin spreading across his face. "It's nothing. Really, I'm realizing how lucky I am." "How lucky?" "Yeah, to meet you guys. I didn't realize No, actually, shut up. I'm not drunk enough for this talk." Jason shook his head with a little grin, turning away from Hal. "You know what I mean. Don't make me say it." "Maybe I like hearing you say it. You got a praise kink or something?" Over Guy's boisterous laughter, Hal scrunched his nose and gagged. "God, no. Don't talk about sex between us. You're like a son. I don't even want to picture that." Jason paused, eyes wide and heart thumping out of his chest. Thump, jump, pounding right between his ribs. Echoing through his head, he stared and stared, mouth gaping as words failed him and failed him and failed him, as his mind raced as fast as his heart, and he didn't hear that right. "Huh, like a son? More like a kid or a brat, I'm sure." "Nah." Hal's smile turned timid, sheepish, and he shrugged slightly, as if it didn't mean anything, as if it was obvious. As if it didn't mean everything. "Like a son. You're I care a lot. Okay, can you blame me for that?" "Yeah, I can." Jason was red, flushed, eyes downcast with smile bright on his face. He couldn't even stop if he tried. "I fully blame you." "Well, darn." Hal returned the smile, eyes shining. It was nice to see Jason so happy. It was nice to see him so alive, thrilling, cheerful, and full of life. It was nice to see him so different than the boy that came to his doorstep in a subconscious call for help. It was nice to see that sparkle in his eyes, that light that's all too often dampened by the shadow of the bat, and the pain of lingering scars. It's so clear he's unused to love. It's so clear he's unused to affection or care. But they're changing that, him and Guy. Dick too now. They're gonna make sure he's spoiled rotten. But that's not why Jason is flustered now. It's because of what Hal said. The open affection. The admittance of this little relationship they created. It's everything Jason wanted but never dared hope for. It's what he finally knows he has. It's overwhelming for him, but in the best of ways, he's sure. Jason finally has a dad who loves him. "Come on, kid. We still got some supervillains to take down." Hal looped his arm around Jason's shoulder. "Let's go kick ass." Yeah, let's do it." He needed to do something to get his emotions out, and beating up assholes is always the best way to cope anyway. "Hell yeah." Guy leaned forward, not too keen on getting left out of the little bonding moment. "And I know just what to do." "You?" Jason looked much too surprised for Guy to not take offense. "You have a plan?" "Yes, I do," Guy huffed. "It's not shocking." "It is. John is known to be the smart Green Lantern. You know, the one who plans and thinks things through and all that." Hal thumped Jason's forehead. "You have lost speaking privileges. Anyway, Guy, your plan?" Guy smirked something devious, eyes nearing in a sick joy of knowing he's about to cause problems. "Well, you see..." Bruce has a plan, and it's foolproof. By the time night fell, he was in Luther's lab, gloved hands quickly skating over the keyboard as he collected the necessary information. He's sure the rest of the lake has been alerted of his absence, of his trip to the Batcave. He doesn't care because they'll see. Soon they'll see. They'll see his worth, the necessity of Batman, well, that's beating a dead horse by now. But they'll see, and by the time they arrive, it'll be too late. The case will be resolved, Luther will be behind bars, and Sionis will be back in Gotham and in Arkham Asylum. He smiled to himself. Once that happens, once the League won't be able to deny his capability, his strength, his everything, he'll be able to get his boys back. And then everything will go back to normal, the way it should be. He pulls back from the computer, nodding to himself in satisfaction. He has it. He has got the information. Now all he has to do is leak it to the police and get Lex and Roman tied up to await their formal arrest. And that should be easy enough. He exits the room, walking down the long hallway to the staircase that leads down to the underground lab. Yet, strangely enough, on his walk down, he began to hear laughter. He began to hear the sounds of gunfire and fighting, the sounds of skin hitting skin and strong punches and stronger kicks. He hears Jason. Bruce hurries his movements, eyes widening as he stepped out of the staircase to see the two bastards of the Green Lanterns there with the red hood, making their way through the horde of killer robots and security measures. They look delighted to be fighting, to be at each other's backs and protecting each other. They look happy, genuinely happy. And then Hal spots him, anger flashing through his soul, and his construct cracks, breaks. And then there's a scream. Alright guys, and that is the end of chapter 24 of Glowsticks and Bullet Holes by Pierce. I hope you guys liked it, and see you next chapter.